I am your friend, Dr. Charles Apoki. I want to say something about the accident that involved Anthony Joshua along the Lagos Ibadan Expressway. My sincere condolences to the families of his two friends that died. It's a painful loss, and also my condolences to Anthony Joshua himself, because these are his pals. And we thank God that he is alive. Apparently, he was sitting behind the driver, and there were two passengers to his right. From the nature of the death, it's most likely that the vehicle hit the parked trailer with the passenger from the passenger side. And some people said that Anthony Joshua was wearing a seat belt even though he was sitting behind. If you are too educated to understand the spirit realm, then you are an illiterate. Then you are uneducated. I'm a clergyman, medical doctor, social scientist. But the Bible says, do not be ignorant of the devices of the devil. If you deny the devil, then I question your reasoning, frankly speaking. Do not be ignorant of the devices of the devil. There's a saying I have. I call it Ejukornemu. Ejukornemu is an Orobo name. It means let trouble be absent from what I am doing. So when you have that Ejukornemu mentality, you are always very careful. When my children were coming for the 40th marriage anniversary from overseas, I prayed more than ever before. But my wife won't hear me pray. Nobody hears me pray, because I don't disturb my neighbor with my prayer. I go into my closet and pray. One of the things I did not allow was for them to come in the same flight. So they flew separately. But because of the timing, they couldn't book separate flights from Abuja. So my three boys were in the same plane coming from Abuja to Osubi. I prayed a lot, decreed a lot, bound every wicked spirit, because the devil knows how to do overtime. When there is a riot, stray bullet will not hit a lunatic. In fact, lunatics don't have malaria. Lunatics don't have tetanus. Lunatics don't have diabetes. Lunatics didn't have COVID. That is the device of the enemy to keep them alive, to be irritating and humiliating the family. From every community you come from, there is always one insane man, one disabled man, one kind of person. That one does not die. He is always around. He is the one that comes out in ceremonies to dance. And the family members will be hiding. When there is a riot, it's usually the only son of a woman that is struck, or that person who is in final year. Is that girl that is coming from law school after graduation that bandits would catch, or the one who's. So you might see that such news items go viral more, but the devices of the devil is to cause more pain. Just imagine if anything had happened to Anthony Joshua. Imagine the demarketing of Nigeria. Imagine the fear it will send into the spines of Nigerians in the diaspora. Number one, from testimonies, that stretch of the road is very good. From pictorial evidence, the trailer was parked in the hard shoulder of the road outside that line, that yellow line or white line. It's not a trailer that broke down along the highway. So, what could have happened such that the driver's side was colliding with a vehicle that is parked by the side of the road and we drive this way? It's most likely because the reports say that it was an wrong overtaking maneuver. Most likely there was a vehicle on the speed lane and the driver wanted to pass the slow lane. That's why that side, the passenger side of the vehicle, collided with the trailer. Even if it is not, when you have the kind of personality, international value like Anthony Joshua, you must caution any person doing anything with you to calm down, to do things properly. I don't know if he was wearing a shirt or just his trunk and his shoes, because when they were bringing him out, I didn't see a shirt. My two sons and one of them with his family, I don't know if it was with their two families, at night they were going to Belgium from Germany, and I called them, and the eldest one told me that Ufoma was the one driving. Ufoma had been driving in Nigeria before he went to Europe, but he had not driven in Germany. He had not gone through that journey before. I begged my eldest son to please appeal to Ufoma to hand over the steering wheel to him. Ejukornemu. I don't want to hear stories. When they came recently, they didn't seem to understand my fears and my anger with some of the things they were doing. The eldest one, Dr. Mimi, just said he wanted to eat suya. And himself and Essie were going to buy suya. Around 9:30, 10, they went to look for suya. They didn't come back on time, and we locked the gates to our estate. And I was calling them. At another time, they didn't come back on time. And they said that their sister was accompanying them down to the house. I told them, don't try that. Because in town here, you see somebody who, all these Yahoo boys, can just sweep somebody by the side of the road. Somebody trekking, a car parked, they can just ram into it. And where they went to buy suya, occasionally, policemen come there to read harlots, to read people selling drugs, to read all kinds of people. You will just be there. Oh, police came to raid, and they were doing. And one boy that came from overseas, doctor's son, bullet just touched him, or they just hit him with the butt of the gun. He just collapsed. They were arguing, and this. They carried him to the police station. Inside the police station, before Dr. Apoki could reach there, he met a dead child. I didn't want that. I didn't want Ejukornemu. I was very angry, very furious. They won't understand. You see, when people come from overseas, they don't know the precautionary measures they are to take. Those who have not grown up here with street wisdom, with native wisdom. You see, so a little bit of caution, a little bit of restraint, a little bit of adjustment could have avoided that accident. Somebody was telling me that whether that accidents are divine. They are not divine. You make God a murderer. Accidents are preventable. When they were to go back to Europe, I staggered the tickets. One went on a certain day. I paid, chartered a vehicle, paid, dropped him at the airport. When then the next two and chartered a vehicle, as they were going, they started smelling fuel. In the car is air conditioned. By the time they got to Ozoro roundabout, a mobile policeman told them that fuel was leaking. And they opened the hood of the car, the bonnet of the car. They found fuel spilling out. If it had been, that was around 5:36 in the morning. If it had been in the afternoon, the high temperature of the engine, the high temperature of the road, the high temperature of the environment could have ignited the car. And then we'll be talking stories. Thank God it was still early in the morning and the person rectified it. They got to the airport, got home safely. Learn to be sensitive, learn to take precautions. I know somebody who emigrated to Europe. He has several cars in Nigeria here. He has been driving. He said he does not drive. He doesn't want anything that will prevent him from getting his permanent residency because of Ejukornemu, make trouble come out from something. Somebody came to visit me. I asked him, are you driving now? He said, no. He said, today is 31st, that he does not drive today, that in fact, it was because he was coming to discuss something very important with me. That was why he left his house. So you should be very conscious of the devices of the devil. If we had lost Anthony Joshua, the debate will not end, the castigation will not end, the blame will not end. There's argument about ambulances from Ogun State, ambulances from Lagos State, this, that. Even in Europe, sportsmen have crashed with their cars and lost their lives. Spain, UK, US, South America, sportsmen. What's his name? Tiger Woods crashed his car at one time. So it was not because he was in Nigeria. It was not because the road was bad. It was not because there were no towing vehicles. It was a wrong driving maneuver, most likely. But we thank God. When people come and carry me to go preach, I always caution them. They will be driving like this as if where people we are going to preach to are running away. Why didn't you come early? No, I don't like it. Ejukornemu is the name of the game. Anytime any big event is coming, you have made a great attainment, something unique is about to happen, a big sum of money is coming, take extra precaution. I am Dr. Charles Apoki. Remember, Ejukornemu should be part of your policy for the year 2026 and beyond. Ejukornemu. It's an Robo word.